So hello, this is the recorded class for Wednesday, September 14th. And today we're going to work on looking at the answers to your questions. So let me share my screen. Okay, so we'll take a look at the words. So a lot of people had a problem with the noun for environment, which is environmentalist. That's a person who worries about the environment, environmentalist. I think everybody else got everything else well on that one. And then here for normally, abnormally is the noun for that word. And then we have, the others were fine. It was just environmentalist and abnormally that was a problem. So let's go over these words. And I will repeat them for you. Environmental. Environmentally. Environmentalist. Then we have physical and physically. And then we have normally, normal, normalize, abnormal, abnormality. Abnormality, 5 syllables. Abnormality, stress on the MA. Then we have occur, occurrence, and minor, minority. So those are the words for lesson 2. We went over those. Everybody did very well here on the comprehension check, so no need to go over that. This one was okay. A couple of people had a problem with number 5. A minor earthquake often completely destroys a city. No, that would be a major earthquake. This is a minor earthquake. This one, I think some people had a problem with listing the 3. You have to list 3 environments. For example, rivers, valleys, mountains. That would be 3. And physical characteristics. Some of you had a problem with the difference between physical and mental. Mental is how you feel. Physical is the outward appearance. So physical characteristics would be maybe mouth, nose, eyes, but nothing inside you. Foods for breakfast, nobody had a problem with. Events in the Summer Olympics, yes, some people didn't understand that they were supposed to put the events. So what we were asking for were the actual sports. And then number 5, you did fine in. Let's look at the next one. Okay, so then we have these words here. And let me go over them because the pronunciation of these are hard. Available, availability, unavailable, unavailability. Benefit, beneficial, beneficiary, beneficiary. Identify, identifiable, identifiably, identification, identity. Now take a look on this one. Method, methodical, methodology, methodically. So the stress changes. Method, method, 2 stresses. Methodical, the stress is on the tha. Methodology, the stress is on the dal. Methodically, it's on the tho. So the stress changes on this one. And then we have assistance, assist, assisted, assistant. Do teachers' office hours usually benefit students? And the answer should be yes, but a lot of people put no. I don't know why. So yeah, teachers' office hours are to help the students. So yes, they benefit students. So the answer should have been yes. So let's look at these collocations. So scientific method always goes together. Social benefit always goes together. Positively identify always goes together. Assisted living, and a lot of people had a hard time with the meaning of this. Assisted living in the US occurs with older people who cannot live by themselves. So in the United States, I think is very different from Afghanistan, where where parents live with the families and they go with the sons and the daughters and the grandchildren. Everybody lives together. In the United States, that's not so. When somebody gets older and they can't take care of themselves, they have to go into a place to live, and that's called assisted living. And then the last word is available for hire, when you can hire somebody for a job. And both of those words had difficulty in the comprehension check. So some people, number 2 here, which of the following is a social benefit of living in a dormitory? Some people said studying in your room, but really a social benefit of living in the dormitory is that you can make new friends. So let's look here. This one was not a problem. This is the assisted living one, number 4. Which segment of the population might require assisted living? I got a lot of people saying professional athletes. No. It's the elderly, people over the age of 65. And I think this is a problem with culture, because in the United States, we don't have people to take care of our older people. And the other one that was difficult here, a lot of people made a mistake on, is number 5. Which of the following might be available for hire? And the answer would be a private detective. You don't hire a hospital. Some people chose hospital. So I think maybe available for hire means you can pay the person money to do a job for you. Okay. So this is, some people are having a lot of problem with parts of speech. So we want to decide if it's a noun, a verb, an adjective, or an adverb, okay? Are you ready to try this?
Yes.
Okay, so number 1, go ahead, read it for me.
The internet provides many resources that were previously unavailable to us. It is an adjective.
Us. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
us, not US.
Yeah, okay.
But also
It is-
US is US, but capital letters.
Yes. It is an adjective.
Good. Number 2.
The methodology used.
No, methodology. Repeat.
Methodology
Uh-huh.
used in the research project was not very good.
Methodology.
And it's a noun.
Correct. And you know, Humaira, you are expressing what everybody else is going to have a problem with. So I'm glad that we can review the vocabulary and the pronunciation, because this word is hard. It's methodology. Methodology.
Yeah, okay.
Number 3.
Reviewing our class PowerPoints can be benefit you immensely.
So benefit.
And it's yeah. It is a noun also and verb.
Yes, but in this case, it's what?
In this case, it is noun.
No, it's verb.
No, it's
Yeah,
verb.
can, because can, right? It's helping word to benefit you.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4.
His identity was hidden because his face may cover most of his face.
Mhm.
It is a noun.
A noun, right? Good.
Yes.
Number
Which
5.
Afghan singer has the most identifiable voice? And it is a verb. No,
No.
it is a.
Try again.
Which Afghan singer has the most identifiable voice?
Describing voice. Voice is your noun.
Yeah, noun.
No, voice is noun. So
Voice is not.
this cannot be noun.
It's an adjective.
Yes, very good. So in order to, you want to read better and you want to read faster and you want to make less mistakes on your reading, right? So previewing is going to help you a lot. And that's why we're focusing today on better, faster reading. So the first thing is you're going to scan the reading and you're going to make questions. So you're going to look at a headline. So let's take a look at this headline. Do you know the name, this person? Can you pronounce her name? Because I cannot. Her name is here. Ibtihaj?
Ibtihaj Muhammad.
Yeah. Do you know her?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. And what does the headline say?
Trump Point Finance.
Fencer. You know what a fencer is?
Fencer. No, I'm not sure for
Okay,
that.
so your questions would be, who is Ibtihaj Muhammad, right?
Yes.
What is a fencer, right?
Yeah.
Do you know champion? The word champion?
Yeah.
Okay, so your questions would be that you would write down is what is a fencer, right? Because you don't know. And who is Ibtihaj Muhammad, right? So you write those questions down when you look at the title of the article, right? And here's
Yes.
the picture. Okay, now we see the pictures in the article. We don't read anything. We just look right at the pictures. And you see the woman, right? And do you see, what's the other picture here? What are they doing? What do you think they are doing?
It's a kind of sport, but I don't know the name of this sport.
So what do you think? Maybe?
Maybe it's a fencer.
Yeah, maybe it's fencer. Good. So that's the question. You have these questions. So before you even start reading, Humaira, you look at the pictures and you try to come up with some ideas, right?
Yes.
Then we have the captions. Do you know what captions are?
Yeah, I know it.
What is it?
It is like a forward for beginning the chapter or beginning the reading.
It's under the picture. It's the description of the picture. A caption
Yeah.
is a description of the picture. So here, image number 1, this is that one here, okay? What does the caption read? Read me the caption.
Okay, imagine one American Olympic fencer Ibtihaj Muhammad takes a break during training on July 7, 2016. In New York City, Muhammad was the first Muslim woman to represent the United States at the Olympic while wearing a hijab.
So my question is, so were there other American women in the Olympics that were Muslim that didn't wear a hijab? That's one of my questions. I don't know if you have that question. But I'm happy to know that she is the first American Muslim woman to be in the Olympics. I don't know if that's true, but it says wearing a hijab, right? But we really don't know. Okay, so then we're going to look at subtitles. Okay, so we looked at pictures and images and captions, right? So the next thing we look at before we even start to read are the subtitles. So in the article that we're going to be reading, these are your subtitles. Can you read them for me?
Yes. First, who's Ibtihaj Muhammad? Second, early life career beginners and become a champion.
This is our
entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Repeat. Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
En. English is crazy. Remember this. Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, entrepreneur. It's actually a word from French. Entrepreneur. And entrepreneur means somebody who starts a business that's not a regular business, like not a restaurant business, not a store business, but something new and exciting. That's an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Like Google, the guy who started Google, he was an entrepreneur. So these are the subtitles. So we know we're going to find out who she is. We're going to learn a little bit about her early life before she became famous. We're going to find out how she began her career. We're going to find out about how it is to become a champion. And then we're going to find out, what did she do to be an entrepreneur? I have no idea. So what do you know about her? What do you want to know? So what do you know about her right now? I know you're all by yourself, Humaira. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what do you know about her? right now?
Uh,
Talk about.
right now, I know that she is the first woman. She's the first Muslim in US, and also in United States of America that participated in one of the Olympic competition.
Do you know what she competed in?
Yeah, I think fencer.
Yep, fencing. Yep, very good. So what do you want to know about her? Just tell me, what do you think you want to know about her?
Without this, that she is a Muslim and she's playing fence. I know. I want to more know about it.
Okay, good. So now we haven't read the article yet, right? We have not read anything. We're just looking at the subtitles, the captions, the pictures, right? So then
Yes.
when you take a reading test, there's always questions, right?
Yes.
Okay, so before you read the article, you need to look at the questions, okay? Because you can figure out from the subtitle, let me go over here. From this information here, who is her, early life, career beginnings, becoming a champion, the entrepreneur. Just looking at those subtitles, you can kind of guess where the answer to the question is in each of the subtitles, okay?
Yes.
So one of the things you want to do is take a look at the questions before you actually read the article. So here is the article. Hopefully it's going to show up. And I will read it to you, okay? And
Yes, Professor.
and then you can let me know if you have any problems with the vocabulary and what you think about her, okay?
Yeah.
So in 2016, fencing champion Ibtihaj Muhammad became the first Muslim woman wearing a hijab to represent the United States at the Olympics. She became the first female Muslim American athlete to win an Olympic medal when she took home the bronze in the Team Sabre event at the Summer Games in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Who is Ibtihaj Muhammad? Fencing champion Ibtihaj Muhammad was born in 1985 in New Jersey. She discovered fencing when she was 13 years old and has gone on to earn numerous medals and accolades for her achievements in the sport. In 2016, she secured a spot on Team USA. In qualifying for the Olympics, Muhammad made history when she became the first Muslim woman who wears a hijab, a traditional Muslim headscarf to represent the United States. She became the first female Muslim American athlete to win an Olympic medal when she took home the bronze in the Team Sabre event at the Summer Games in Rio de Janeiro. Early life. Ibtihaj Muhammad was born on December 4th, 1985 in Maplewood, New Jersey. She is one of 5 children born to parents Eugene and Denise Muhammad. From a young age, Muhammad had a competitive streak and loved sports. However, participating in sports at school sometimes conflicted with her religious observance to dress modestly. Often, when playing sports, her mother, Denise, had to alter the uniforms to add long sleeves or covering for her legs. When she was 13 years old, Muhammad and her mother discovered fencing. When they saw a high school fencing team practice as they drove home, the kids were wearing their long pants and hats. And my mom just thought, this is perfect, Muhammad said. That's where it all began. Fencing was an ideal opportunity to participate in sports while wearing a hijab. Unlike when she played other sports, she did not feel out of place among her teammates. When Muhammad first tried fencing in middle school, she didn't particularly care for it, but she soon changed her mind. From a practical and financial standpoint, she viewed fencing as an opportunity to obtain a sports scholarship to a prestigious university. She also changed her weaponry from the épée, finding the sabre better suited to her personality. Of the 3 fencing disciplines, the foil, the épée, and the sabre is considered the fastest and most forceful. Soon her enthusiasm grew, and Mohammed began attending the Peter Westbrook Foundation, a nonprofit organization that introduces and teaches the sport of fencing and life skills to youth who are underprivileged in New York City. There she met other kids from similar backgrounds and got more encouragement to pursue the sport. Mohammed attended Maple Woods Columbia High School, where she excelled and became captain of the fencing team for 2 years and helped win 2 state championships. Career beginnings. Ibtihaj Muhammad attended Duke University on a scholarship. She graduated in 2007 with dual bachelor's degree in international relations and African American studies with a minor in Arabic. Look at that. Wow. From there, she went on to place second at the Mid-Atlantic South Regional and 21st at the Junior Olympics. The following year, she finished 11th for saber at the NCAA Championships and earned her consecutive All-American honors. A third would come in 2006. Mohammed also serves on the Council for the U.S. Department of State's Empowering Women and Girls through Sports Initiative, which encourages girls across the globe to reach their potential. Becoming a champion. In 2009, Mohammed elevated her training when she was coached by the 2000 U.S. Olympian Aki Spencer L. That same year, she won a national title. Since then, Mohammed has become a 5-time senior world team medalist. She helped her team take home gold for the United States in 2014 in Kazan, Russia. Throughout her career, she has earned numerous medals for both team and individual events on the World Cup circuit. In 2012, Muhammad was named Muslim Sportswoman of the Year. In 2016, Muhammad earned a spot on the U.S. fencing team for the Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. She was the first woman to wear hijab, a traditional Muslim headscarf, to represent the United States at the Olympic. She has stated that qualifying for an Olympic team means not only a great deal for her and her family, but also for the Muslim community. She is seen as a symbol of promise for a community that sees few Muslim women playing at an elite level of sport. At the 2016 Summer Olympic Games, Mohammed won her first qualifying round in the individual saber event, but was defeated by French fencer Cecilia Berter in the second round. Mohammed went on to become the first female Muslim American athlete to win an Olympic medal when she took home the bronze in the team saber event. Mohammed and teammates Dagmara Wozniak, Mariel Zagunis, and Monica Aksamet defeated the Italian team 45-30 for the win. A lot of people don't believe that Muslim women have voices or that we participate in sport, Mohammed said in an interview with USA Today. And it's not just to challenge misconceptions outside the Muslim community, but within the Muslim community. I want to break cultural norms. So it's one of your words, right? She added, it's a blessing to represent so many people who don't have voices, who don't speak up, and it's been a really remarkable experience for me. Okay, here we go. The entrepreneur. Mohammed has traveled the world for her sport, but also as a speaker at various public engagement and at conventions relating to sports and education. Often she would find herself frustrated with the lack of modern fashion that was modest in design for observant Muslim women. And this is true in the United States. You know, women wear clothes that are not for observant Muslim women. And so sometimes you feel out of place. So seeing that void in the marketplace and with the suggestion and encouragement of her brother, I don't know how to pronounce that name, Quarib Muhammad, founded her. Yeah, Quarib? Okay, I'm good. Muhammad founded her online shop, Luella, in 2014. Her e-tail shop offers an affordable fashion alternative for the Muslim market. Her brother helped connect her to a manufacturer in Los Angeles, California, where all the clothing is made. He now runs the manufacturing end, and she and her sister design the products. Starting her own business and working with her family has become another outlet for Muhammad, who hopes to transition to operate her company full-time after retiring from her sporting career. I think that's really cool that she started making clothes for Muslim women to wear in sports.
Yeah, it's super.
On November 13th, 2017, Mattel, that's a big company here in the US, announced that it was honoring Muhammad with the unveiling of a new Barbie doll in her likeness. Do you know what a Barbie doll is?
Yes, I know.
I used to have them as a child. Part of the brand's annual Shiro program, which celebrates notable women and their achievements, the doll is the first in Barbie's lengthy history to come with a hijab. The Olympic medalist responded to the news by posting an Instagram photo of her with a doll, writing, "I'm proud to know that little girls everywhere can now play with a Barbie who chooses to wear a hijab. This is a childhood dream come true." Nice story, right?
Yeah, it's so nice story.
To hear that she's taken it, she became, she found something that was missing and she made it happen, right?
Yeah.
So now we look at the questions and we have to think about what the answers could be. Would you like to read question number 1?
Yeah, sure. How does the author develop the central idea of the article? A. By describing the background of Hijab Muhammad, Ibtihaj Muhammad, by sorry, the screen
Compare it.
is not
Oh,
clear.
it's not big enough? Oh, somebody else came. Hi, Nadia. Let me make it. Is that better?
Yeah.
Hi, Nadia. Now you have somebody else. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and B. By comparing Ibtihaj Muhammad with other Olympic athletes, by lessening the struggle Ibtihaj Muhammad had to overcome, and by illustrating why Ibtihaj Muhammad chose fencing.
So if you had to choose an answer for this one, what would you say?
I think A is correct.
I do too, because the whole time they started with her background and went through the whole timeline of her life.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and read number 2. I don't think Nadia can know where we are, so she'll have to watch back. But go ahead, read number 2.
Which of these statements would be most important to include an objective summary of the article? A. She becomes the first female Muslim American athlete to win an Olympic medal when she took home the bronze in the team saber event, the Summer Games in Rio de
Rio de
Janeiro.
Janeiro, it's in Brazil.
Yeah. She also changed the weaponry from this EPS, it pronounced EP?
Epi.
EP, yeah. Finding the saber better suited to her personality. C. Muhammad attended Maplewood's Combined High School where she excelled and became captain of the fencing team for 2 years and helped win 2 state championships.
Championships.
Yeah. A lot of people don't believe that Muslim women have voices or that we participate in sport, Muhammad said in an interview with USA Today.
So in all 4 of these sentences are true. But which one would be the most important to include in a summary of the article? Which is the most general statement about the article?
I think letter A.
Yes, very good. Very good. Nadia, how are you doing?
Hello, Professor. Good morning. I'm doing well, sir. Professor, I just had a class, so I couldn't join earlier. So I joined now. I hope you don't mind it.
I don't mind. We're happy to have you. You might have to go back to watch the video, though, to see where we are. But just follow along with us. You can get some pronunciation. Number 3.
How are Ibtihaj Muhammad's and her brother's idea connecting to each other? A. They both were inspired to develop a line of offered able
Affordable.
affordable fashion for the Muslim market. B. They both felt hesitant to pursue sport in school because of the uniforms involved. 3. Letter C. Muhammad's willingness to be a voice for Muslim community support his brother's career goals. Letter D. Muhammad's concern with a new Barbie doll made like her contrasted with her brother's approval of it.
Which do you think is the right answer?
I guess letter D. Maybe.
So, where do you see the concern? So here,
Yeah.
here's where we have this information, right? And her brother is Quarib Mohammed, right? He helped her find her shop, but does it say he didn't like the Barbie doll?
No.
So
I think she didn't mind it.
So this sentence says that they were opposite on that.
Yeah.
So that's not true, right? Because it doesn't say anything. He might have been opposite, but he didn't say anything. Not in the article, right? There's nothing here that says he didn't like the Barbie doll. Correct?
Yes.
We always have to go back to the text to look to find the answer. Okay, so if that's not the answer, what do you think?
We again review the text.
You want to go back to the text?
Yeah.
Nadia, you can chime in.
Okay.
We're trying to find the answer to the question in the text. Let's look at the choices again. So here's how are her and her brother connected to each other? A, they were both inspired to develop a line of affordable fashion for the Muslim market. B, they felt hesitant to pursue sports in school because of the uniforms involved. Now, this was true. Her mother.
Yeah, Professor.
Yeah.
Sorry for disturbing. Letter A is correct.
Yes, that is correct. Because B is correct, except it was her mother.
Yes.
And we don't know anything about her brother's career goals. It talks about her career goals, but not her brother's, right? There's a whole thing on her career here, but not her brother. Her brother doesn't even show up, right? Until the very end. Okay, and then we already decided that D was wrong. Okay, let's read the last one, number 4.
Which of these statements would best describe Ibtihaj Muhammad's reaction to Medal creating a doll in her honor? A. Muhammad felt concerned that people would manufacture...
No, misunderstand.
Misunderstand. Sorry, it is my screen problem. The meaning behind the doll. B. Muhammad felt proud that young Muslim girls could play with a doll that wore a hijab like them. Muhammad felt motivated to use this as an example of how Muslim women have been excluded. And Muhammad felt inspired to create more Barbie dolls wearing hijab for girls to play with.
So should we go back to the text for a minute?
No.
No?
Let me, I choose. No, it's easy.
What answer for you?
Letter B.
Correct. Very good. Excellent work. So we read this story, Nadia, about a woman who was the first Muslim woman to win an Olympic medal wearing a hijab. And she was an inspiration to Muslim women everywhere. So what did you learn from today's class?
Most of the thing about this woman, and also about something else about the previous lessons and how to select the best answer by carefully previewing, creating question, and something else.
And what we talked about previewing, right? And to look at where your connection is, to try and find a
Yeah.
connection to the story and to ask questions.
Yes.
And that's really important. Nadia, are you there?
Yes, Professor, I can hear
Thank
you.
you for coming today, because it would be not fine to have only one person or no people. So I appreciate it. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and make sure you fill in the form so I know that you attended the class today. I'm going to stop.
Okay, Professor.